The night sky, usually a sea of tranquility, erupted in a blaze of emerald fire. It was a sight unlike any other, a celestial event that seemed to defy the very laws of nature. The green auroras danced with an intensity that was both mesmerizing and unsettling, casting an eerie glow over the landscape below. It was as if the heavens themselves were signaling the arrival of something extraordinary, something otherworldly. A spaceship, sleek and silent, sliced through the atmosphere. Its design was unlike anything seen before, a marvel of engineering that seemed to blend seamlessly with the night sky. The ship moved with a grace and precision that suggested advanced technology far beyond human capabilities. As it descended, it left no trail, no sound, only the faintest shimmer of light that hinted at its presence. It landed in a secluded cornfield, its metallic skin glinting under the moonlight. The field, usually a place of quiet solitude, now held a secret that could change the world. The ship's surface was smooth and reflective, capturing the moon's light in a way that made it seem almost alive. It was a silent sentinel, waiting for the moment to reveal its purpose. No one saw it come. The night remained undisturbed, the stars twinkling innocently above. The cornfield, bathed in the soft glow of the moon, stood as a silent witness to the extraordinary event. The world slept on, unaware of the visitor that had arrived in their midst. No one heard it land. The ship's descent was as silent as a whisper, a ghostly presence that left no trace. The rural area, with its quiet nights and peaceful ambiance, remained oblivious to the monumental event that had just occurred. It was as if the ship had slipped through the fabric of reality, entering our world without disturbing the delicate balance of nature. A figure emerged from the ship. It moved with a deliberate grace, each step measured and purposeful. The figure's silhouette was stark against the backdrop of the night, a shadowy form that hinted at something both familiar and alien. As it stepped onto the soft earth, the air seemed to hum with a strange energy, a silent acknowledgement of the being's presence. Tall, slender, with skin like alabaster and eyes like pools of liquid gold. The being's appearance was both beautiful and terrifying, a perfect blend of elegance and otherworldliness. Its eyes, glowing with an inner light, seemed to pierce through the darkness, seeing everything and revealing nothing. It was a creature of mystery, a living enigma that defied explanation. He was not of this world. His very presence was a testament to the vastness of the universe and the mysteries it held. The being stood there, a silent observer, taking in the world around him with an intensity that was almost palpable. He was a visitor from the stars, a traveler from a distant realm, here to fulfill a mission known only to him. He was here for a purpose that was as enigmatic as the being himself. His movements were deliberate, each action carefully considered. There was a sense of urgency in his demeanor, a silent determination that spoke of a mission that could not be delayed. He was here to change something, to alter the course of events in a way that only he understood. A purpose that chilled me to the bone. The air around him seemed to grow colder, the night darker, as if the very essence of his mission was seeping into the world. It was a feeling of foreboding, a sense that something monumental was about to unfold. The being's presence was a harbinger of change, a silent promise that the world would never be the same again. He called himself Dr. Xylos, a scientist, he claimed, from a distant star system. He sought to unlock the secrets of human evolution, to understand what made this species unique. His true interest, however, lay dormant within the cells of human females. Their resilience, their adaptability, their capacity for empathy, these were the qualities that intrigued him, that frightened him. He believed they held the key to saving his dying planet. But to access it, he needed to experiment. Stories began to circulate, whispers of missing girls, vanishing without a trace. Fear gripped the small town like a vice, constricting, suffocating. Parents locked their daughters indoors, their eyes wide with terror. The authorities were baffled, their investigations leading to dead ends. They didn't suspect a thing, didn't even consider the possibility of something extraterrestrial. But I knew. I could feel it in my bones. Her name was Lily, a bright, vivacious girl of 10, with eyes the color of the summer sky. She had a way of lighting up any room she entered, her presence a beacon of joy and innocence. Her laughter was infectious, a melody that resonated through the hearts of everyone in the small town. She was the daughter of the local baker, Mr. Thompson, a kind man known for his delicious bread and pastries. Lily would often be seen in the bakery, her small hands covered in flour as she helped her father knead dough or decorate cakes. The bond between them was evident, a beautiful blend of love and shared passion for baking. Her laughter as sweet as the pastries she helped her father bake. The bakery was always filled with the aroma of freshly baked goods and the sound of Lily's giggles, making it a favorite spot for the townspeople. I often saw her skipping down the street, her red hair bouncing with each step, her dress fluttering in the breeze. She was a picture of pure happiness, a symbol of the carefree days of childhood, her laughter echoing in the air, a sound that brought smiles to the faces of everyone who heard it. But one day, that laughter was silenced. Lily vanished without a trace, leaving the town in a state of shock and despair. Disappeared on her way home from school, her laughter silenced. The streets that once echoed with her joy were now filled with whispers of worry and fear. Posters with her picture were plastered everywhere, but there was no sign of Lily. The town held its breath, united in grief and fear. The community came together, searching day and night, hoping for a miracle. But as days turned into weeks, hope began to fade, replaced by a deep, aching sorrow. I knew then that Dr. Xylos had found his next subject, a shadowy figure known for his dark experiments. Dr. Xylos had been a source of fear and mystery in the town. His interest in the unusual and the unknown had led him down a path of darkness, and now, it seemed, Lily was caught in his web. Section 5. Within the doctor's walls. His laboratory was hidden in plain sight, an abandoned factory on the edge of town. The building, once a bustling hub of industrial activity, now stood as a ghostly reminder of a bygone era. Its windows were shattered, and the walls were covered in graffiti, giving no hint of the dark secrets it held within. Inside, amidst the rusting machinery and flickering lights, Dr. Xylos conducted his sinister experiments. The air was thick with the smell of decay and chemicals, a testament to the countless failed experiments that had taken place. He analyzed their DNA, mapped their brain waves, and meticulously recorded every detail, searching for patterns and anomalies. Searching for the source of their unique strength, he spent countless hours poring over data, his mind racing with possibilities. The screens around him glowed with complex graphs and charts, each one a piece of the puzzle he was determined to solve. Lily was his latest subject, her small body strapped to a cold metal table. The room was filled with the hum of machines and the soft beeping of monitors, each sound a reminder of the life hanging in the balance. Her chest rose and fell with shallow breaths, a stark contrast to the lifeless machinery surrounding her. Her emerald eyes closed in an unnatural sleep. She seemed almost peaceful, as if unaware of the horrors unfolding around her. The wires attached to her head and arms pulsed with a faint blue light, transmitting data to the nearby computers. He observed her, a mixture of fascination and dread swirling in his golden eyes. Each experiment brought him closer to understanding, but also deeper into a moral abyss. The weight of his actions bore down on him, yet he couldn't stop. The quest for knowledge, for power, was too intoxicating. As he stood there, watching the data stream in, he couldn't help but wonder if he had gone too far, if there was any way back from the darkness he had embraced. Section 6. A symphony of screams. Screams echoed through the desolate halls of the factory at night. Screams of terror, of pain, of unimaginable suffering. The townspeople, too afraid to investigate, dismissed them as the cries of stray animals. But I knew better. I knew those screams came from innocent throats, their voices twisted into a symphony of agony by Dr. Xylos's cruel experiments. He was getting closer to his goal, but at what cost? Section 7. The Gift and the Curse. He had found it, the key. It lay dormant within a specific gene, a unique sequence that granted human females their extraordinary resilience. But extracting it, harnessing its power, proved to be more difficult than he had anticipated. He had managed to synthesize it, create a serum that could potentially save his world. But the side effects were catastrophic. unpredictable, warping the very essence of those who dared to consume it. Section 8. Dawn breaks, the world changes. The sun rose on a world forever changed. Lily and the other girls, their eyes glowing with an otherworldly light, walked out of the factory. They were no longer the same. They were something different, something more, something terrifying. The serum had amplified their abilities, their strength, their empathy, but it had also stripped them of their humanity. They were weapons now, instruments of chaos in the hands of a desperate alien scientist. Section 9. Among the Stars. Dr. Xylos's plan had backfired. Instead of saving his world, he had unleashed a force that threatened to destroy ours. He fled into the night, his spaceship disappearing into the vast expanse of space, leaving behind a trail of destruction and despair. The girls, forever changed, were left to navigate this new world, their powers both a gift and a curse. The world held its breath, bracing for the storm that was to come.